Good morning and a happy solstice. So this morning it was like 3:30 in the morning at Stonehenge, and then this morning the light came, and it's day again, and now we start to get more light each day as it passes. So we have gone through the solstice season, so it's time to look to the future to see what's in store for us. So we're going to read some runes. All right, so I did promise, I went to Witchy Bingo last night, and I won the Grinch. I won the first game of bingo, and I never actually win bingo, so it was really exciting. And then somebody at my table was like, manifest it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to win bingo. And I thought it was funny because I'm not really a Grinch fan. I'm fussy when it comes to Christmas stuff. I don't like secular songs for Christmas. I like traditional hymns and carols. I will link some of my favorites below in case you have infinite free time and want to listen to boys' choirs from England. I tend to like the more traditional stuff. That's my throwback to my nunnery days. And I don't like the Halloweening of Christmas. So I'm not a huge Grinch fan. I mean, the ultimate message there is that he can, his heart changes, and that's good. But that's not the part that people like. People like the part where he's cranky. And I'm not a fan. But my son is a fan. So the box had a whole bunch of different, like, hot chocolate bombs and like a Grinch mug and stuff that's going to get gifted to my kid. But the thing that came in, I thought it was green tourmaline, but it's a green opal. And so that was the stone that came in the box. And that's just beautiful. And I don't have anything like it. I have a lot of heart-shaped things because I love heart shapes. And, like when you doodle, like I doodle little hearts. So this is perfect. And I love that it's a different color than I typically, the woman who ran it, she's a young entrepreneur, she and her husband. And they have a farm and they do witchy yoga with goats. So I've been there for that. They do a lot of different events. This was held at a winery. Not a big drinker, so I didn't have wine, but I had a good time with my college roommate and our friend Jackie, and I was the only one who won, which I wanted them to win too, but they didn't. But so this is the part of the box that I'm keeping, and I love that very much. So let's have a Rune Stone reading for our energy for the new year. So these are our Iona rocks. And what do we, our Green Man Stone, our Icelandic rock, our other Iona stone, the Isle of Iona, and the Inner Hebridean Islands. All right, Spirit, please give us a message for the light coming in the solstice season as we move forward. What should we pay most attention to? We'll do 3 Norns. We'll do our present energy. This message may not resonate with me. It may not resonate with you. Just take what sticks and leave the rest for somebody else. Thursaz. What is bringing us to this energy? Kivo, my favorite stone. And what's our potential outcome? Remembering that runes do not tell the future. Nothis. Wow, that's a scary looking read. Let me go think about that and see what Spirit has to say. So when you first look at stones, you like think, holy smokes, I've got this awesome Ebo stone, which means gift. Then I have Thursaz, which means thorn. And then I have Nothis, which is need. Holy cow, what does that mean? That's like good and awful all together. But really, it's a new year if you think about it. Like we celebrate the Celtic New Year at Samhain, but the sort of the birth of the light in Solstice. You've been given a gift. You have a gift. Not everybody's going to be happy about it, right? And I think back through my life and just different things that I've been into and interested in. I do a lot of things. But I remember when I was a young professor before I got tenure. If you've seen the movie Dead Poets Society, that's the kind of teacher I am. John Keating, that's the kind of teacher I am. We are barbarically hopping off of desks. When I first started teaching, that isn't the way that you taught English. And in many colleges and universities, that's still not the way you teach English. But that is the way I have always taught, because I want students to fall in love with literature, right? I want them to not see reading as a boring task. I want them to really, fall in love with the characters, fall in love with the tone, fall in love with the meaning. Literature is written to help us connect humanity, right? So I've always been, I'm not, there is no teacher that can reach every kind of student, because there are all kinds of different learners. So there are some students who don't do well in a class like mine, which is very hands-on. But most students who've hated English in the past end up loving it, after we meet. And we read difficult stuff. We read Dante's Inferno. We read a lot of classical pieces, and I love teaching. But when I was a junior faculty member, and you rely on other faculty members to tenure you, that can be a challenge, because you can serve them, or you can do it the way you think you should do it. And at the time, the way that tenure committees work, it's not just your department, it's other people too. When it came time to vote, I got my tenure, but not a single person from the English department voted for me. There was only 2 people from the department on the committee, and they did not vote for me, because I was not one who did it the way that they did it. They wanted me to focus on MLA and on technical aspects of paper rating, and that isn't who I am, because that's not what I want students to leave my class with. So if you have a gift, not everybody's going to love it. There are going to be people, especially if it's a transformative gift. And I think about that in my practice now. Like, if you've been with the channel for a long time, you know that I struggled with leaving organized religion. I'm still Christian, but I was going to be a nun. And so, like, my take on spirituality now is my faith in Jesus has never wavered, not even for a second. But my adherence to church law and things like that, I have no use for it now. I see, it's not that I begrudge anybody the right or the privilege or the interest in going to a church or a synagogue or anything like that. I think those are powerful places for many people, and I empower them to make choices that are right for their path. But for my path, I got away from that. So I've the missionaries that I've worked with, they've all expressed sincere concern, and some of my religious friends have expressed sincere concern, and I'm sort of over that. Like, I'm kind about it, but I'm like, you do you. As we say in the hiking world, hike your own hike. So this is a message for somebody out there who's going through this too, and I've been through it, so I understand. You have a gift, people don't appreciate it, they are going to come at you, right? And they're going to say, not this again. You have to control that. Personally, I think that the stones mean, like, you have this gift, there's resistance, because there's been, and you're going to say, not this again, and you're going to shy away from the gift again. Don't do that. Don't be shy about your gift. And really, I'm not actually shy about the gift because of my past. I'm more shy about my gifts because I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I attend different events that are held, webinars and things like that. Some of them are fabulous, like the one I watched the other night. There's a lot of BS out here too. From my opinion, but I don't want to, the Druidic way is not to negatively impact somebody else's path, so long as, they're ethical and not hurting anybody, obviously. It's not to comment or judge another path. So I don't want to say it's bupkis because what do I know? Maybe it's not bupkis. But I went to one yesterday, something yesterday, and I went to two things yesterday. I went to something with Christian who I met in person, and that was very good. That was a solstice meditation. That was excellent. I had to watch it after it was recorded. But it was excellent. And then I went to this other thing, and I don't know what the words to use, which is ironic with my background, but there's just something so fake about it sometimes. Like, I watch these things and I think, they're using all these big words, and they're calling in all these like obscure goddesses, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's my academic skeptic brain that's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it isn't that complicated. There's light and love. We all are connected. We are all connected. Our light and love is inside. We wear meat suits and we're all connected. We're connected to nature. We're all connected. That's what it is. And we're supposed to share light and love in this world. Go do it. Like, I don't think it needs to be so complicated. I don't think, we need to have this elite kind of speaking about it. In the academy, of literature, I deal with a whole lot of very self-important, snooty people, and have over my career, and I've done a lot of different projects with a lot of different kinds of professors in literature and history and other things. And there are ones that are just like super snooty, and I'm like, how are we going to get students to fall in love with literature if you're so snooty? We want them to be lifelong readers. We want them to embrace the human condition, which we know you can get to through the arts and humanities. Like, we know that's a key for light and love in the world. Why would we put a barrier there with snootiness? Like, don't be snooty. Snootiness is the thorn for me. I don't like snootiness, and I'm not snooty. It's funny because a lot of times people meet me and they're like, really? You're a professor? You're not snooty. I know. It's like a mission of mine that not all English professors are snooty. But I can easily fall into like this, like just the eye roll, the not this again. Like, I don't want to go down this path because it's so irritating. It's such a pain in the ass to deal with, with all the people who are naysayers. But I'm reminded that I have this gift. I was given a gift. It's a gift. It's not, I didn't earn it. I didn't do anything to get it. I was given it. And I shouldn't waste it by being lackadaisical, by being apathetic, by just sloughing it off. I need to be proactive so that I'm not stuck, that I'm not frozen, that I'm not frustrated. I need to just move along and do what I think is best with this light, right? We were given this gift of this light. We have to go share it with the world. We are often our own thorns. We are often the ones that impede our progress. Regeneration means when snakes shed their skin, they have to leave something behind. They have to leave that old skin behind so that they can be the new snake. So what are we shedding? What am I shedding in this solstice season? And I think what I'm shedding is just fear. I need to not worry. I was thinking about this in the car last night. I was driving home, and I live in the mountains, so I drive on all dark roads, and there was like a guy crawling up my butt, and I was like, I always worry about the guy behind me. Like I'm not gonna worry about him. I'm just simply not gonna worry about him. If he wants to go around me, he can. I want to make sure I don't hit a deer. So, you know what, buddy? I'm not going to worry about you anymore. I'm not going to worry about the things behind me and what people think about me. Who cares? 51 years old. You don't like me? Fine. I'm okay. You're okay. Hop along in your path and I'll hop along to mine. And that's really what the spirit of these stones is saying, right? Move past it. Be the light. Shine the light. Do what you got to do to make the world a better place. Let's read some cards just to see if this is truly what Spirit is telling us. We'll start with Celtic Spirit. Hope you packed a snack. Chatty now because I can breathe. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Every day I get a little bit better. It was, I thought it was pneumonia, but it was actually bronchitis. And truly, the thing that irritates me the most is that my ear is all clogged up. I can't hear anything. And we went for breakfast this morning, and I, like, seriously couldn't hear Dave. I couldn't hear him. And he wears hearing aids. He lost his hearing in the Gulf War. Because back then they didn't wear protection. And he's like, that's exactly what it's like for me all the time. So I thought, well, that was, Spirit giving me a lesson, what it's like for him when he doesn't have his hearing aids in. Even when he has his hearing aids in, sometimes he can't filter out all that extra noise. I couldn't hear anything over the dishes banging and everything. All right, Spirit, anything else to go with this reading? Anything to help clarify it? 3 passes. Pass 1. Over. Pass 2. Pass 3. Master of the Hunt. Speed, masculinity, and flow. And we got rest. Rest, recharge, self-care. I think this solstice season is about that recharging, that care that we need to take so that we can be the master of the hunt. Like, you can't be the master of the hunt if you're tired, exhausted, and I'm a little tired. I need to spend some of this solstice time just recharging so that I can flow and let my light shine. So I think that's very appropriate. Interesting. There was a card that I missed. So I'm gonna call it as something that Spirit wanted me to see. The pentagram: protection, balance, and unity. So as we're changing in spiritually great ways, we're protected. You're protected by your higher power, God, whatever you believe in. You're protected, and I've always felt that. I've always felt that I've had divine protection throughout my spiritual journey. I've never felt abandoned, by Jesus or by what I believe. And I don't feel like I've abandoned what I believe. I think I have a better understanding now of what I believe than I ever have. And it's my own understanding, right? It's not something that was taught to me, given to me, infused into me, beat into me, right? It's my own understanding of the life and works of Jesus Christ and the purpose of humans on earth. All right, we're looking at Earth Wisdom, seeing if there are any messages from this deck. 3 passes. Okay, nothing came out from that deck, so there must not be a message there. It's okay, we have one more deck. We have Shadows of the Light. This is a newer deck, so it still smells new. And again, these are just tools to help us think about our highest good and what good we can do in the world. We don't want to waste our gift. We're given this amazing gift. We need to rest. We need to think about how to use it. And then we have to not worry about what people think about it when we start using it. All right, 3 passes. Pass 1. Pass 2. Okay, we have sovereignty, self-empowerment. How appropriate. You know, you may have to go on this journey by yourself. You know, nobody's going to go with you. Nobody left the church with me. I do it on my own. And resonance, joy. This is a joyful time, right? I mean, it's going to be scary. You might be alone. You might, you know, feel separated from the things that you know or the things that you've done that you know. But in the end, there's absolute joy because you're going to meet new people. You're going to have new experiences, and they're joyful. We're doing this to bring light and love into the world, and that includes light and love to ourselves. And joy is amazing. And this is a time. The light brings joy. And in the solstice season, we have work to do, but it's joyful work. So what an amazing read. So I am wishing you all the very best in light and love. Take care. Happy solstice. Bye-bye.